Hello, everyone. This is Tony Latai, 18th NCI Director, and 2004, 2005, I think, Forbeck Fellow. I just wanted to congratulate the Forbeck on 40 great years. I would have to say that some of the best connections and the best meetings I ever attended were the Forbeck meetings. They have somehow magically put together a format that works better than almost any format I've seen before, and some of the friends and connections I've made there continue with me to this day. So kudos to the Forbecks. They've put together a tremendous organization that continues to grow and has been instrumental in a lot of the major steps in my life, including even forming an independent society, the Society for Functional Precision Medicine. But you don't need to take just my word for it. I'm joined here by a friend.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Congratulations on 40th years to Jennifer and Jamie and the team. I, too, was a Forbeck Scholar, I think a little bit ahead of Tony, and I was Ned Sharpless, the 15th NCI Director. And these friendships and groups that form last for a career. So congratulations on all the progress.
And hello to Kim, who I believe was the 17th NCI Director, who I think is with you there in person. So hello, Kim. I've got plenty of time on my hands, by the way, to make videos like this because the government is shut down at the moment. So greetings from Washington, D.C., and have a great time at your meeting. So long.
And congratulations to the Forbeck Foundation for achieving 40 years of distinctive and outstanding scientific discussion and collaboration between scientists around the world. I'm Stephen Chanik, the Director of the Intramural Division of Cancer Epidemiology and Genetics at the United States National Cancer Institute, and I happen to have been the very first Forbeck Scholar in 1989. I landed my initial position here at the NCI. At that meeting, I was recruited directly by Dr. Phil Pizzo, who was running that particular conference. I have to say that over the last 40 years, it's really remarkable what the Forbeck Foundation has been able to achieve with its forums and its particular scholar retreats, and really encouraging and, most importantly, developing scientific talent and having open discussion. Science really advances on the basis of being able to look at facts and be able to discuss them openly without predetermined conclusions, and come to general and consensus conclusions as to what people can agree on, what they disagree, and what they need to pursue further in additional research. And I think the Forbeck Foundation and how it runs its meetings is absolutely essential for this. Now more than ever, really talking about the data and the ability to be able to then go to the next steps. That's what this is really about. And I sincerely hope that the Forbeck Foundation will build on its last 40 years and provide another 40 years of support to the cancer research community. Again, congratulations. I'm sorry I'm not there in person, but have a wonderful time at the Blue Jeans Ball.
Which is very proud to attend, because it's like you go through these different stages of a career and over, like Forbeck Foundation has been very instrumental in driving this. When I started my own lab first in Singapore, that was really a COVID time, and the Forbeck Foundation really came up with grants to support like a COVID-19 recovery grant that I hugely benefited. In fact, that was the first grant that I got after having my independent lab. So that was extremely helpful to really help us to finish the papers that were ongoing. So when I started as a scholar, I was more interested in understanding how we can personalize treatments for leukemia patients.
I think Forbeck is fostering a culture of cross-pollination that engender new ideas, and we have been already inspired from previous meeting at Forbeck into developing a concept that medical doctors at Fox Chase Cancer Center are nowadays implementing into clinical trials. These clinical trials will inform new therapies for breast cancer patients in the near future.
I'm very proud and privileged to have had a long affiliation with the Forbeck Foundation. So in 2003, I came as a scholar to a meeting on DNA damage. And in joined the scholar program at that point. And that was really transformative in the first few years of my independent career, being able to come to the retreats with other scientists at a similar career stage and benefit from the wonderful mentors. And then in 2011, with the help of Jamie and the foundation, we held a meeting on germ cell tumors, an area of focus of mine in Dallas. And that really, again, was a transformative part of my early career because it allowed us to bring together international experts from around the world. And out of that meeting, actually, we launched a collaboration that led to a very important paper a couple of years ago, understanding the genome or the DNA mutations that help drive these tumors. Finally, a few years later, after that meeting, I joined the scientific advisory board, and this has been a really, really impactful and worthwhile experience for me, being able to be part of the team that helps think through the direction of the foundation scientifically, and the ability to attend many of the meetings has really been wonderful.
She grew up with it, and I ended up getting involved, obviously seriously involved. And I think she's done an absolutely spectacular job. Yeah, I think it's amazing the way she's picked things up. And yes, I had noticed that Addison also is getting involved. And I think that's just another great thing. And then when I heard Dickensie was selling snow cones, I thought, well, okay. One more. I think it's absolutely wonderful that they are involved, yeah. But John was very, very involved with neuroblastoma patients in England. That was pretty much his specialty. And he did have this particular treatment that he was doing.
I am Dr. John Kempsett, and I am chairman of the Scientific Advisory Board for the Forbeck Foundation. Way back in 1985, I was a principal scientist at Imperial Cancer Research Fund in London. And one day, Dr. Arnold Freeman, who was responsible for the treatment of Billy Forbeck, who obviously had neuroblastoma, to see if we could help in his treatment. This we gladly did, but unfortunately, as you all know, Billy succumbed to the disease. George and Jennifer had the foresight to realize the fact that communication amongst clinicians and research scientists was not as good as it could be, and as such they set out to form the foundation, the first meeting being in 1985.
Sure. Let's be obvious about it. I mean, what was I mean, that's what I was looking for. I am. Yeah. Obviously. Every parent that was hanging out in pediatrics was looking for a cure.